The Christianity that was given to us is a Christianity of breakthrough. So we judge our lives and value system by material possession. Material possession became important because we fell. When Adam was in Eden, material things were not his assets. They were tools. I will show you the 8 articles of glory, so you will know what to pursue in time. Because you are actually in time, but you are a creature of eternity. Everything you have in time is an avenue and a tool given to you to advance your nativity, which is Zion. If you don't know it, material things will become your God, and you'll be lost in this realm. It's like a man flying from Nigeria to Italy, and then they stop in Spain, and then you now come down in Spain, you now build a house, and then you start having pleasure in Spain. You forgot where you were going. You are a story that God is telling from heaven. You're actually passing from eternity past into eternity future. This is transit. Hey. You know, spirits don't know breakthrough. Because if a spirit gives you a jet, the reason is because it wants to fast track your movement so that you can meet up with the assignment that is in your hand. Because where they live, they don't need planes to move. They travel by whirlwind. If a spirit gives you a job, it's not a breakthrough. It's a platform for you to give expression to kingdom. So he needs an ambassador, and you are the only one, so he sent you there. You are actually running an errand. But if we judge life from earth, our definitions and value system will be perverted. So when you have money, you begin to think of what you spend it on. Meanwhile, there was a project in heaven that you were made the project manager that made you have that money. But you may spend that money and never execute that project. So when you appear in Zion, they now begin to check the lexicon of your destiny. And they tell you this and this and this was what you should do. That's why you had this 10 million. But when they check from Zion, 10 million became gold watch and diamond ring and a trip to Bahama Island. So you are a creature of time. You would have lived for 70 years, but when you get to heaven, they will say, you didn't appear in the radar. You know, when God came to the garden and he was looking for Adam, he said, Adam, where art thou? God is omniscient. He knows all things. What was happening is that Adam had dislodged from the rank where he stood in Zion. He was the watcher over the earth. So when God came to his office, he was not there. He was in the garden, but he had fallen. Among the princes of heaven in the galaxies of God, Adam was no longer standing as a prince. So it was not about garden. It was about where are you standing in the spirit. Because the guy had fallen. Meanwhile, he was still in Eden. Maybe when God came, he was eating an apple. He didn't know that the goal was not to stay with apples. He was there as a watcher because he said, dress the garden and keep it. The word dress is the word for priesthood. That means through priesthood legislation, make Eden earth, heaven on earth. The word keep is the word for kingdom. It means advance everything in Eden to dominate the earth. So when I come, the whole earth will become Eden, and Eden is heaven. But Adam was pursuing apples. They say, Kai, this fruit is good for food. It's a creature of time. Christianity is not a religion. It's divinity expressed through humanity. How much of God you carry is the testimony of your Christian life, not the title. I want to show you the glory is actually the wealth of man. The wealth. The Bible calls it the commonwealth of Israel. So if you look at the civilization of Israel, they built their houses. The life of the Israeli company is around the ark where the glory dwells. It is called the commonwealth of Israel. So if your life has no reference to the ark, you are not an Israelite. So they live their lives around the tabernacle, and the ark in the Holy of Holies is what defines their reference. So if they come to the end of the year, all of them comes to a shutdown until the high priest enters into the ark and makes atonement for them. That is what defines their existence. So all of them live as partakers of the glory. Because without the glory, there's no life. This is what we fight for. The quality of your life has nothing to do with what you have. Everything you have is a tool. And if you have more, it means your responsibility is more. This is Christianity. Christianity is the life of glory. There are 8 articles of the glory. I will show us quickly. And then we'll begin to live. When I show us the 8 articles of the glory, then I will show us 3 things that matters in time. So when you pray for a job, don't look for big salary. When God sends you to a job, go there as an ambassador. Else everything you did there is a waste. This building looks beautiful, but the value is not in the shape. The value of this building is in the number of souls that accepted Jesus on this altar. Because this building will not appear in heaven, but the souls will appear in Zion. I thought spiritual activities are even important until I realized that the glory is what defines even the value of what we do. Because you can cast out devils and you show up and Jesus say, away from me, you walk out of iniquity. I know you not. That's why I told you that as beautiful as gift. You know, we are preachers. You can come here. I know people who preach. And from that crusade, they go home with a fine girl. I've met them. I know people who gave word of knowledge to sisters and they ended up in a hotel. Because they have a gift, but they don't know the glory. So even while they carried that gift, it was a tool for satisfying their appetite. They are creatures of time. They are ruled by flesh. They don't know what life is about. Before you celebrate your birthday and you count how old you are, find out how much of God you have trapped. That's what you celebrate, not time. Time has no value in Zion. When you go to eternity, time is withdrawn. Moses ascended Sinai and he was there for 40 years, 40 days. He didn't know. When Moses came down, he told a story that lasted from the beginning of time to the end. Moses saw the beginning and he said everything that God did in Genesis chapter 1. And when Moses was about to depart in in Deuteronomy 34, he said, I saw the Holy One descending from Mount Paran with 10,000 of his saints. That is the battle of Armageddon. So in 40 days, because Moses entered Zion, he saw beginning to end. More than 10 million years was seen in 40 days because that realm has no time. So when we live as creatures of time, what we have done is that we have wasted before we entered there. Christianity is the business of glory. And glory is the civilization of heaven. You know, I told you when I went to mommy's meeting, that time we were in SS3. We made us shadow prefects in SS2. So we waited for it for 5 years. So that period, they wash your uniform. So when we wake up, they have ironed it, we dress, and then we are going to school. Suddenly she came, and when she said some of the things she said, she preached about Jehoshaphat. Believe in the Lord your God, so shall you be established. Believe in his prophet, you shall prosper. And he showed us how 3 nations were destroyed because somebody entered heaven. And we left there, we forgot that we were prefects. We began to pursue God. There was another hunger that was born in our spirits. Because somebody that knows Zion is talking. You know, they sent people to arrest Jesus. When they came, they said, no man spake. No man ever spake like that man. He was talking from eternity. So you don't hear him in your head, you hear him in your heart. You believe, you don't know what you heard. You may carry your note and you are stranded, you didn't write anything, but when you go home, you can't sleep again. And then you wake up by 12, you are speaking in tongues. Taba, Shakata, Burua, Kida. And suddenly that guy that you are already gisting with, he now calls you, appetite have died. Appetite have died. That is when life begins. If that thing has not happened, you are a creature of time. The Bible says a man in honor that knoweth not is like the beast of the field that perishes. The difference between you and a goat is that you are a creature of eternity. So your reference is in Zion, not in time.